Hello once again, everyone. We're visiting today with Greg Leffel. I'd like to ask Greg, tell us where your farm is located, Greg, and a little bit about the operation.
I live in St. Mary's, Ohio. I raise corn, wheat, and soybeans. I farm about 600 acres. We feed out about 6,000 head of hogs per year.
Now, by having that number of hogs, I'm sure you have to be a good neighbor to get along with everybody. We hear some horror stories from now and then, but from the neighbors that I've talked with, you do things the right way. Your family's done things the right way for years and years. It doesn't take an awful lot of extra work, does it, to be a good neighbor?
No, we try to be a good neighbor. The majority of the farmers are good neighbors. We put additives in our feed to keep the manure in more liquid state, and that way it doesn't have the smell. And when you have liquid manure, you don't have the fly problems. And we don't haul in the wintertime, and when we do haul, we try not to haul, the day before Memorial Day or 4th of July or Labor Day or something like that. We try to respect our neighbors and their needs too. We try to be good stewards, and we try to get along in the neighborhood.
And I'm sure folks enjoy the good pork that they can buy in the meat case whenever they go to the store. And that's a big responsibility to have and something that you take pride in.
Yes, we take great pride in that. Both my brother and I, who is in the operation with me, we are PQA 3+, Pork Quality Assurance. We practice that, and we keep the records that we need to do, and we believe in it.
Now, for those viewers that might not understand what you just said, the ABC, so to speak, of what you just said, explain what PQA is.
PQA is a program that we have to go through as livestock people to do the best practices possible. We say, for instance, you give shots and the needle breaks off in the animal. You need to keep that animal separated so that animal does not make it to the marketplace. And we live by that because we eat the same animals that we produce.
Greg, one of the things with your total operation, you grow your grain that you feed to your livestock. How does all of that work, and what does that do for you yourself?
Well, I take great pride in being able to sell my grain to the co-op that grinds the feed for my hogs, and it comes right back to my place, and I feed it to my hogs, and then it goes through the hogs and it goes to the dinner plate. That gives me great pride that I know that my work is went to feed somebody that way.
You have that part of you that realizes that if you do everything the right way, that's as much as you can do?
Yeah, that's correct. That's all you can do is do things the right way.
Now, Greg, some folks think that a family farm has to be 100 or 200 acres or can't be too big. Yours is a little bit more than that, but it indeed is a family farm.
Yes, it is indeed a family. I have my brother involved with me and the wives, and I have my mom involved with me too.
Now, understand that with family and the workforce that you do have on your farm, you need some information, some good ideas, some supplies, inputs, if you will, for your farm. That's important to make sure that bottom line is in the black.
Yeah, that's correct. I rely on my local Trupointe Cooperative to do anything from petroleum and propane to fertilizer, grain sales, seed. They handle it all for me.
One area that we haven't really talked about so much, environmental concerns. I know that that's another way to be a good neighbor, but it's something that you want to make sure that you leave your farm in as good, if not better, condition than you received it.
Yes, that is very important to me. That's one thing my father instilled in me, is being a good steward of the land and leaving it, if not the same way, if leaving it better than what it was before.
In these days, Greg, what would you say your major challenges are to maintain your farming operation?
Well, with the livestock, the main challenge is with the manure handling right now. With the way the weather has been, it's a problem getting rid of the manure and doing it so it's a good, like what we said about being stewards of the land. You don't want it to get in the ditches and have a problem with that.
Now, would you suggest for those young people that might be thinking of getting involved or would like to be involved in farming and agriculture, it seems to be getting tougher and tougher all the time. Are there any ideas or have you heard of things to help young people get involved in agriculture?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. It was the same way when I was young, kid in high school. It was tough to get involved with farming. You need to have good parents to help you out to get started. And I know it's tough with the price of land like that right now, but there will always be young people who will be willing to take the risk and go out there and do it, I think.
Some of the things, if I could just interject a little bit, one of the things I don't think people realize that making character or helping character, the work ethic that young people can learn on the farm goes a long way in making them better citizens.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm a 4-H advisor, and I believe in that greatly. I, teach a lot of kids how to keep animals, the best way to keep animals, showing them at the fair, and that is a great pride that I have.
What other organizations or involvements in your community are you involved with?
Well, I'm a township trustee. I've been that for 12 years now. I'm just starting on the All-Glaze County FSA committee, member of the local church.
Okay, as you can see, Greg is more than just someone that helps put food on your plate, involved in the community and willing to go that extra mile. Greg Leffel has been our guest. Greg, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
And stay with us, more to come right after this.